So to explain this Japanese game, this is a game which is, in English, it would be translated into 100 verses game, right? 100 sayings, 100 expressions, 100 verses. And the game is about matching the cards that have a complete expression or complete saying with the cards that have only a part of the saying, of the expression. So one person, in this case Megumi-san, will be reading the complete expression, and the other people, in this case Noriko-san and Yasumi-san, will be playing the game. So you are the only players, right?
Yes.
Right? And then so what you do is you just have to quickly know what saying she's going to say, and so therefore you choose the ending which is appropriate, and whoever chooses the ending faster is the winner, right? So Megumi-san, please show us.
綿の原やそ島かけてこぎでんと人には告げよ天の釣り船
Oh, I see. Okay, so that was the ending of it.
Yeah.
Did you know it before she finished reading? Did you know what card it was? No? You waited until the end. I see. Okay, continue please.
風そよぐ奈良の小川の夕暮れはみそぎそ夏の印なりけるみそぎそ夏の印なりける
Is it even there? Yeah? It's there. Okay. Okay. So these are not, they don't seem to be so familiar to you. So are they not very famous? These sayings? Famous sayings, but so many, so 100 of them, so it's difficult to remember, right? I see. So who are they? They are like literary people, like literature writers, or they are no?
貴族、天皇、
Emperor, monks, or some religious figures, princesses. I see. So these are, so every year you play this game, or how do you play this game? Megumi-san.
Especially in New Year time.
New Year. This is a New Year's game.
A little bit old style. Maybe now young people
Don't play.
know where.
Don't play this
But
game.
when I
Was a kid.
was a child,
I
so yeah.
I see. I see.
Once of the year,
Mhm.
there is a very big competition.
Mhm. Oh, really? So the competition is like a national or
Maybe we are
Very difficult for the
I see. But no, I don't mean international. National competition, like a Japanese, all
that's not
Pan-Japan competition, right? All Japan competition. I see. Mm-hmm. So who is the winner of this year's competition? Do you know?
I don't remember, but
男の人じゃないんでしょ女の人だね女の人が
usually woman.
Yeah.
Woman.
Women are better at this game. This is not not men's game.
But
So.
this game is very fighting.
Competitive. So guys are competitive usually. I see. Well, it's very interesting, and it's certainly very educational, isn't it? Yeah. So it's good for people to learn about history. So what my students are doing now is they are playing the game that usually requires a lot of information and knowledge. But in this form, it's a kind of a way for children to get acquainted with these cards. It's played just like the game of war in cards. So you compare the value of the card, and in this case, there are queens and monks and samurai. So you compare them, and whoever gets the queen apparently gets the whole thing.
まだ次坊主だよ。
So it turns out that the game my students were playing a moment ago is actually put together in the form of a book. This is the book which is called 100 Verses from Old Japan, and it contains the 100 poems that the students were playing with. And these poems are mostly about love, and I will read one to you to give you an example how it looks, how they sound. The Minister Yoshinobu of priestly rank. This is the title of the poem. My constancy to her I love, I never will forsake, as surely as the palace guards each night their watchfire make, and guard it till daybreak. Okay, this isn't very rhymey, and I think the translation is probably not as good as the original. Mind you, in Japanese there are no rhymes, and it says here also, the author was the son of the minister Yorimoto, and he lived during the latter part of the 10th century. The illustration shows the watchman outside the palace tending his fire. So let's look at the illustration. Okay. Most of these poems are about love, and you know, they are quite interesting to read. Maybe not very revealing or enlightening, but they are quite good, quite interesting. What is interesting to me is that the Japanese people want to preserve their culture in the form of a game. So I think this is a good idea. We should do the same thing. We should have our famous poems put together in some kind of a card game where we can, you know, refresh our memory about them. Let me talk about it on a different occasion, but right now I just want to say that it's very interesting, the game that the Japanese people like to play when they get together.